Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, itKENbeyouradventures. This is Kenneth and we are again on another episode today, but currently I'm here in my kitchen and I'm planning to cook a Filipino cuisine, which is a pork longanisa. So I'm just preparing all my ingredients, but I'm not gonna discuss about what I'm gonna cook today, but something that is related to travel. This is something that I haven't yet discussed here on my channel. And for all of those who hasn't subscribed yet to my channel, please do click the subscribe button to get on hold of my activities here in London, my travel experiences from around the world, and anything under the sun. Let's get back with our topic. So today it's very special. We're still on lockdown and haven't had any work for today, and so I just wanted to discuss something relates to my experience being passionate in travel and adventure. And as you can see, if you go to my social media accounts, much more so in Instagram, which is I'm very active, you will see there I've been to at least around 51 countries in total on my travel counter, and I'm gonna discuss about how I managed to travel around almost 50 countries without quitting my job and still maintaining the full-time job that I have here in London. And so for all of you who are planning and who are dreaming to fulfill a life in travel and adventure, this vlog is for you. For all of those people who have already subscribed to my channel, as you can see on my channel, you will notice that I make a lot of videos related to travel, because actually since I came here in 2015, I started doing, I would not say that it's like a full-time traveling, but I've actually grown to make it a habit to at least go and travel somewhere else, may it be here in the UK or somewhere else in Europe, every now and then, at least once or twice, at least every 2 to 3 months. So at least I make sure that I will be able to sustain my love for travel and adventure as I embark on different adventures in different countries. And so to give you a brief idea, for all of you who hasn't known me yet, my name is Kenneth. I'm 32 years old and I'm working as a full-time nurse here in London in one of the private hospitals here, and still working as a full-time nurse here in the hospital in London. And most of the questions that I've received in recent years, coming from my friends, my family's friends, and also my family as well, and also my relatives, is, are you still working there in London? Because we always see you posting a lot of different pictures from all your travels from everywhere, and from last week you will post something from a different country, and the next week from a different country, and then they always see me posting and updating my social media accounts with a lot of travels that I've been doing in here. To tell you honestly, yes, I've been traveling everywhere, but I'm also doing a full-time job here in London. So I didn't quit my job. That's a straightforward answer, and I'm still maintaining my job here in London. I didn't quit, and I'm enjoying my job as a nurse as much as I enjoy traveling and exploring the world. My love for travel actually has started since then, when I was young, way back when I was still living in the Philippines. But then again, because of situations in the Philippines, it did not give me the opportunity to maximize my time to at least embark on trips even in my own home country way back then when I was there, half times during the time when I was in the Philippines. And so you know what I did? I continued dreaming. I've just have got pocket full of dreams with me. I started reading books, divert my energies to reading books, encyclopedias, watching documentaries, just also to suffice my love and my my hunger for travel during the time. If you are coming from the Philippines, is so tough, considering that there are a lot of priorities apart from traveling, and also considering your passport, your visa, payments and fees and everything situations. It did not permit me to at least maximize my time to really travel. But come 2015, when I arrived here in London, was the turning point of everything. And so I've discovered a lot of things while I was here in London, and this has given me the opportunity to really maximize my time to like explore and challenge myself to really discover as many places I can, given the time that I have here and opportunities that are open for you or open for me when I was here in London. And so when I came here in the UK, actually I did not expect that I would reach at least like 50 countries in total while maintaining my full-time job. Everything started with a passion for travel and adventure. So since then, I'm really fascinated with places and different countries and cultures and traditions. And so I collected a lot of different books when I was still young and watched a lot of documentaries, and I really enjoy whenever I see places, discover traditions and cultures in the movies and also documentaries that I watch, and hearing stories also from people who have already traveled elsewhere in the world. And so that's when I draw my inspiration. But to tell you honestly, just dreaming is not enough. You have to actually like work your way out on how you can achieve your dream. As for me, I thought to myself, okay, how do I find a way out in order for me to like achieve this dream of like seeing the world? And so when I entered college, I told myself, okay, so probably nursing is probably a stepping stone for me to hitting two birds in one stone. While I practice serving, I'll practice my profession as a nurse, I can still probably manage to like travel elsewhere if ever I target of going abroad. So that was actually my thinking, my mentality when I was still in the Philippines. And so I really make it a point to like really make it serious in my profession as a nurse while I was still in the Philippines. So that was actually my preparation phase in order to achieve my dream of reaching at least 50 countries while not quitting my job, while still maintaining my full-time job. So for all of you who are dreamers out there, and to all of those who are still planning to like follow the path that I took, make sure that you start with a dream, and also make your way out, put action into your dreams, because dreaming alone is not enough to reach for what you wanted in your life. You have to actually like work on it. And so actually find a profession that fits you and will really display your passion, and also gives you motivation to achieve your dreams, like let's say traveling and adventure. And also very, very important to consider is a job or a profession that will give you so much flexibility, because it will be your number one priority. It will be your number one ingredient in order for you to embark or to reach at least more countries to explore without quitting your job or maintaining your full-time job when your job or your profession is flexible. So I start embarking on my first trip here in the UK with some friends. We went to Oxford, riding a bus early in the morning. We're very excited. We maintain our enthusiasm. It's our first time to get out of London on our own, riding a bus. So we only paid like £5 for a bus each person, go and return. So that's around $250 per ride. And so we really enjoyed our time during the time. So it all started with that. And then my first country that I discovered outside UK is Belgium on my own. I did a solo travel. I actually hopped on a bus. My bus fare is only costing me like, let's say, as far as I can remember, maybe around £15. Go and return, so like around £750, going to Brussels, Belgium, and then going back from Belgium back to London. So I rode a bus, I hopped into the bus, had like 10 hours of bus trip from London all the way to Brussels, Belgium. That was my first time embarking on a solo travel, and that's when I started challenging myself. And it's always the start that's the hardest, because it only takes that single step to like start on something, and the rest will be history. If you have some hesitations within yourself that, oh, I'm afraid if I do this, I'm afraid that I'll get lost, I'm afraid that I might know the language, I'm afraid if I'll get lost from somewhere else, and I don't know if something happens to me, who should I call to or whatever. These are like part of the process. No one started on a single activity or on anything without feeling that sense of fear and of being uncomfortable. So actually that's normal, pretty normal. But when you emerge successfully on that challenge, then the next one will be history for you. And you know, you get by as you go through. Other thing that I did, actually, which is very, very close to my heart, is I did couchsurfing. So couchsurfing, for those of you who don't know what couchsurfing is all about, this is a platform wherein you stay freely on a stranger's house for free in exchange of sharing your culture, sharing your tradition, sharing your life experiences, and also sharing the concept of kindness and tolerance. So I started doing couchsurfing. So I started hosting some guests, some strangers coming from different countries, in order for me to enrich myself with different ideas about how different people from different countries behave, how I can interact with them more freely, and to observe and to be aware as to how a country is being shaped by their people. And so this way, in this platform, I gain friends, I gain connections from different people from different parts of the world. And some of them has become like a family to me, and some of them I've already visited. And you know, in return as well, I became as a guest in the different countries that I go into here in Europe. And so I stay there for free. Apart from staying there for free, I reach places unimaginable, because you just don't know how far can kindness go. So when someone is kind, God will actually lead you to good people. And then when you're led to good people, you gain good experiences and unforgettable memories. So that's how actually I started gaining friends from different walks of life, and from people from around the world. And it's because of couchsurfing, and also ignited my love for travel as well, because it makes you more excited and passionate in the way you do travel when you meet people from different walks of life. And that's where you also realize that all people are naturally good. So it's actually how the world shape its people. Every 2 months or every month, I normally like check websites of different airline companies that offers cheap tickets, you know, cheap fares for as low as like £4 going to a certain country. Who would not want to like go on a certain country with only like £4 going and going back, like let's say like £12 or £10? I've got a lot of experiences already of traveling from London, going to different countries with only paying less than £10 of airline tickets. I tried going to Madrid, Spain from London with only £9 airfare ticket. I tried going to Czech Republic in Brno for only like £14 going, and going to, let's say, Poland for like £20, or let's say to going to Italy for like £30 or £50. So I normally set my limit whenever I try to like book tickets, that it should not be like more than £50 as an airfare ticket go and return. I would probably put the maximum level of at least like, you know, my ceiling would be probably like £60 or £70, and I think that's still cheap when you book tickets. It's not impossible, because it's always on sale. Every day is on sale. So there are some airline companies that offer very cheap tickets when you try to like book it in advance, at least like 2 or 3 months in advance. You have to have like a plan of where you wanted to go, so that you can actually like see tickets at a very low price or a very cheap price, and then you can book it. Since I've got like flexibility on my time, I can normally like plot my own schedule. I'm only working full-time work, so that's 12 hours, because I'm a nurse. So I normally work on shifts. Sometimes I'm on night shift, and sometimes I'm on day shift. So normally I work like 4 days in a week, and then I'm off for like, let's say, 3 days or 4 days. So that 4 days is very essential for me, because you can always embark on short trips on different countries with just at least like 3 or 4 days off. So for all of you who are asking if I'm still working, yes, I'm still working as a full-time nurse here in London. And when I've got like the time, my 4 days or 5 days off is very essential, because normally I don't spend here at home. I'd rather go get my backpack, have my knapsack with me, and then embark on a travel, fly from somewhere else, and then spend some time exploring the place for just a few days, and then go back to London. And I've got like renewed spirit when I go back to work. I'm much more inspired and much more motivated to do my work as a nurse. So I guess, guys, I've given you some of the reasons. Actually, those are my secrets revealed about how I managed to reach at least like 50 countries without quitting my full-time job as a nurse here in the UK. So I hope that you get something something that you can apply to yourself if ever you are planning to embark on adventures in journeys, or if ever you wanted to be a full-time traveler while still maintaining your full-time job. Final words for you guys. I realized that's when, for the last 5 years here in the UK, reaching at least more than 50 countries in total without quitting my job, I realized that it's very important that you have to have a passion. So everything starts with a passion, so you can't actually like enjoy and find enthusiasm in the things that you do if you are forced to do it. So make sure that everything starts with a dream. Work on your dreams, make sure that it is coupled with action. So, and also pray. It's also very important because I believe that the universe is also has a big part on how your life is being shaped. So, you know, make sure that you pray as well. You know, pray for your dreams, pray for what you really wanted in life, and don't forget the desires of your heart, because God always listens to a heart that is good. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself, because in challenging ourselves, that's when we get to learn. That's when we get the best experiences that we can learn from life. And if you wanted to learn a new language, make sure that you subject yourself in probably an area unknown that no one speaks English, and check for yourself if you really can survive those challenges when you are traveling, getting lost without a map or without an internet, or you know, any circumstances while you are traveling. Then you can say to yourself that you've grown as well as a person. You've become resilient, you've become humble, you've become more motivated, and probably more passionate of how you deal with circumstances and also challenges in your life. This is the most important that I wanted to impart to all of you. That believe that in whatever you do, the universe rewards a good heart. That's it. So if you've got like a good heart, God will lead you to good people, and good people will give you the best experiences that you can have. And I hope that you learned something from me, and I hope to see you fulfill your dreams just how I did mine. So, thank you guys.